Arthurian Magic, A Practical Guide to the Wisdom of Camelot by John and Caitlin Matthews with Virginia Chandler, and a foreword by Gareth Knight. Now, some of you may recognize that name, Gareth Knight, there. He was one of the disciples, one of the pupils who studied under Dion Fortune, and very, very interested in Arthurian magic. He's got quite a large corpus of work on Arthurian magic, and he worked quite closely with John and Caitlin Matthews. And yes, his introduction is fantastic, but oh my goodness, folks, this is an absolute monument. This is as close to the Golden Dawn, complete Golden Dawn, the Black Door stop, from the perspective of Arthurian magic as you're going to get. The book is in 3 parts. I'm going to say 2 main parts, and then there are a couple of appendices towards the back. I have enjoyed reading this one so much. I've been reading it since I received it in December, I guess. As you can see, there's a lot going on. So yeah, let's dig in, folks. The first part over here, this wonderful introduction that goes into what, in fact, Arthurian magic is, giving some lived experiences of Arthurian ceremonies and rituals involving Gareth Knight, actually. There's this wonderful, wonderful paragraph over here that I just wanted to draw your attention to, folks. So talking about meditation, because the second half involves quite a few meditations, and I'm going to say they are more like visualizations and experienced path workings, very much in the tradition of ceremonial magic path working. But approaching the figures of Arthurian legend, and really taking Arthurian legend as an initiatory path. But beyond meditation, there's also mediation, right? And there's this whole little paragraph over here in the introduction about the difference between meditation and mediation. And of course, the two are very different concepts indeed. But I just love the description that is given by the authors of what mediation is as a form of reconciling heaven and earth, the spiritual and the physical, gods and humans. It is the breathing in and breathing out of the universe that we acknowledge, so that all within the cosmos partakes. It is an essential circuit of the gift of life, and mediation is one of the first requirements of any priest or priestess, since they are not there for their own gratification, but are rather in service. Mediation is their primary work, bringing needs before the divine and mediating divine help or wisdom to earth. If any magical practitioner is unaware of this factor, then any ritual becomes just a sacred play script in which there is no dynamic interaction of heaven and earth. Really very potent stuff, right? And it really displays a deeper understanding of how ceremonial magic works. So then you have part 1, the visions, the knowledge papers, in which you are introduced to Arthurian legend from so many different sources, so many different perspectives, looking at various themes in Arthurian legend, so that by the time you finished reading this first half of the book, you have a deep knowledge and understanding of Arthurian legend, which as I was saying, comes from so many different sources. And I started the year myself trying to acquire as much knowledge and as much reading as possible from primary sources on Arthurian legend. But there is so much. There really is so much. And all of the themes are essentially covered in here. They are, you're getting a deep understanding, a deep course in Arthurian legend. Every little symbol represented, every single character, what their role is, how they relate to the mysteries themselves, how they are examples of what we need to be in order to achieve attainment of the mysteries and so on. Very, very cool stuff. And then you have the second part, and the second part is all the rituals, all the meditations, all the symbols. It's what a magical order dedicated to the mysteries of the Arthurian legends would need to follow, just as a curriculum. I love the fact that you are encouraged to make this your own. If you know anything about me, you'll know that that is a very strong value of mine. I think that magic should involve the practitioner's own sense of magic, and just blindly using other people's magic. There's value in that for learning and for getting inspiration and for understanding what magic often looks like. But I strongly believe in making magic your own. And then you have the third part, the part 3, which is the library, and you'll see there's quite a significant part, nevertheless, that has all these appendices. So you can turn to this just to have a quick look up. If any of these names come up, you can look them up in the back. You've got a number of concoctions over here for sacred oils and incenses. There we go. Let's see what part 2 is, if I can find it. Archetypal characters. Okay. What do we have here? Sites. There we are. So getting an idea of all the places in which the Arthurian legends take part. Then what else do we have? Invocations and farewells. Very nice. And then what? Various readings. The scope of this is so gigantic, absolutely gigantic. And the knowledge, the understanding of the authors it's intimidating. I mean, it's certainly very impressive. But what's wonderful is how approachable it all is, how readable it all is. If I just open up on a random page, you'll be able to see, how understandable all of this. It's not crazy vocabulary, that you have to look up every 2 seconds. It is designed to be used. It's designed to be the basis for magical ritual. Again, it's best used in a group, but also absolutely usable on an individual solo basis as well. And they make that quite clear throughout. Extraordinary stuff, absolutely extraordinary stuff. There's there's so much material in here for you to enjoy whether you're intending to put it to practice or not, by the time you've read through just a few pages, your understanding of Arthurian lore and its relation to the mystery schools, right, is going to be deepened in wonderful ways, in very enjoyable ways, and I strongly recommend giving this a look if you're interested in Arthurian legend at all. There we are, folks. That's a very, very, very brief overview of this monument to Arthurian magic, an absolute classic, in my opinion. It's Arthurian Magic by John and Caitlin Matthews. There we go, folks. Hope you enjoyed this brief overview. Don't forget to leave a like, hit the like button, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And look after yourselves, look after each other, support the channel through Patreon if you'd like to, and I'll see you very soon with another video, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.